Welcome back to Old War Stories with Uncle Jay. One more quick one for today. I think this is going to round out 10 I've recorded in a row, so I can't speak anymore, and it's getting late in the day, and I need dinner and all kinds of other great stuff. And the pool's waiting as well. So, anyhows, another story from Tiny Middle where somebody came in, and it was a Chinese guy. Fine, no problem. He said, I need memory for a Dell Dimension 4600. Okay, no problem. So I go to the computer, and we would go to something like Crucial.com, and you could look up the model number and the brand and make and model of the machine and that, and it would tell you what the RAM that was required for that machine was. It would tell you not only how many slots it had, but the maximum amount of memory the system could have, and it would tell you what type of memory that it required, because there was all different types of memory across the board. So I go to the computer, and we had the internet connection at this store was about this much faster than dial-up. That was about it. We were using Internet Explorer 5.0, maybe 6.0 at the time, because that's what was around, and a Windows 98 computer and a real slow connection. And I go and I type in Crucial.com, and the page just doesn't want to load. So I close the browser, I reopen the browser. You got to wait, it's Windows 98. So wait, it reopens. Let me try this again. I'm very sorry about the delay, sir. And I keep trying a few times. And finally, the Chinese guy says to me, you know, for a computer store, your computer system sucks. And I went to my manager, and I told him the story. And he said, it does. Anyway, he had a few good lines here and there, but he was generally an asshole, this manager. But anyway, just another little anecdote from when I was at Tiny Middle. It was just funny to hear a Chinese guy say, you know, for a computer store, your computer system sucks. And a little fun side story with that, this same manager, back in the day, way back in the day, before this Tiny Middle store opened, there were two other computer stores right in the area. There was, of course, CompUSA, which he didn't work at, and another store called Computer City, which he did work at. I was actually there with my dad's next door neighbor many, many, many years before I was even going to be getting a job. And he needed some stuff for his computer, and I knew about computers and was the resident guy for that, even though I was kind of young still, in my mid-teens or something like that. Computer City had the worst friggin' system. Their registers would go down in the middle of the day and not come back up for 45 minutes. And transactions halted. They didn't do paper tickets like Tiny Middle did. Nothing. Just, I'm sorry, our systems are down. And then the same manager guy would come out, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very sorry, our computer systems are down. We don't exactly know when they're going to be back up, blah, blah, blah. That store's computer systems sucked. The registers at Tiny Middle at least worked. They had their own connection of whatever the fuck that worked, and I don't know. But Computer City's system sucked. Anyways, fast forwarding at Tiny Middle, eventually I went into the repair shop, and here I am, and now this is in the middle of Windows XP days, and you would need to reload a system, and we had XP on CD or DVD or whatever, and you could install it from there, and that's what you did. But then you would have to get the drivers for the machine, for the motherboard, for the sound, for the modem, for the Ethernet card, for all the different devices in the machine. And these drivers were 6, 8, 10 megabytes at a time, and we were getting throughput of something like 166 kilobytes per second. So you would wait 5 minutes for one of these files to come through. And then the video card drivers, 89 megabytes. Ooh, this took a long time. So you would put that stuff on your flash drive and try installing that. Meanwhile, the computer is still trying to download this, and then of course the connection drops out, the download craps out. There was no resuming it or anything like that back in these days. So yeah, it was just like that. There even was a time where I had like 3 machines I needed drivers for, and I'm trying feverishly to download these damn drivers, and we told the boss so many times we can't be working off of these connections. They're terrible. And somebody had said somewhere, I don't remember who, where, what, or when, I have worked for other companies that had no business being on the internet whatsoever that had better connections than we do here. And I said to my boss, I said, listen, I need to get this shit done. You're not providing me with the tools to do my job. And I'm going to go home and I'm going to download these goddamn drivers that I fucking need for these fucking machines here, and you're going to pay me for that time. And sure as shit, I came home and I sat in front of my computer, and I was nice about it in that I looked up all the drivers again and got everything ready to download and started downloading them. Well, here at home I have a cable modem and a decent connection, and the entire thing start to finish was 6 minutes, I think. Maybe that actually included looking up the drivers also. I can't even remember at this point. And I came back in and I said, okay, I did what I said. I went home and it took 6 minutes to download that shit. And if you don't fucking believe me, I have it recorded on this SD card, and you can watch the fucking video in real time as I download these fucking drivers. He paid me the 6 minutes. Eventually, we got a decently fast connection. Thanks for watching. Once again, this installment of Old War Stories with Uncle Jay. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.